I'm 26 weeks pregnant and the days are ticking by to our little boys here in our arms. Welcome to my channel. My name is Allie. Thanks for stopping by for me and baby's 26-week pregnancy update. If you're not subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button to come along with me and my family as we are getting ready to welcome our fourth little one to our family. I wanted to sit down today and do a quick update of just how me and little baby boy's week has been for the past week, which was our 25th week, I guess, because I'm now 26 weeks and 1 day today. And so I thought I would just give a quick update. Baby stats. Baby is the size of a zucchini or a green onion. So I guess it really depends on the size of the zucchini and the green onion, because they can have some really small zucchinis and they can be some really big ones. So they say about 14 inches long from head to toe, so he's getting big. He's gonna start getting squished soon, which they usually by the end, they're just like, I have no room anymore. His weight, they say, is around 1 2/3 of a pound, so he's getting closer to the 2-pound mark, which is exciting. They say he's slowly packing on the pounds now. I think from here out, they just get bigger and bigger until they're born. I'd mentioned in my last update that there was a few days where he really wasn't moving much, but that has definitely stopped. He went from being like getting more and more active each day to like not moving for almost like 2 days, which worried me a bit, and I mentioned it to my midwives and they said that's not uncommon for babies to have kind of like a chill period. And sure enough, I think like the next day or so, he's gone like crazy on moving. I'm feeling the rolling movements, the stretching where I feel like some part of him up here and the other part down here, and just feeling him a lot, which is so much fun. I love just watching my belly like move, and I'm still trying to catch it on film. I'm still trying. But I'm hoping maybe to get that on film. Other updates on baby, I think just getting the last things we need for him. There wasn't a whole lot I needed to get because both of my boys were born in October. So because he's due at the end of August, my clothing I had for my boys are actually really similar for size. So there wasn't a whole lot I needed to get. If you'd like to see a baby boy haul and some of the few things I have picked up, comment down below. I was not sure if people would like to see that or not. I don't have a lot, but I have picked up a few things that I needed, mostly newborn things that I needed for more of like a little bit warmer weather, because it's still going to be warm here. Even in Maine, it is still warm in September in the beginning. Mommy stats. For me this past week, I think I'm slowly recovering from the long busy week last week, and just definitely feeling the pregnancy aches and pains and all that fun stuff that comes along. This past Sunday at church, I think it was, I was definitely getting a lot more Braxton Hicks, and I think I was just sitting a little too long. And I'm starting to enter that stage, the 3rd trimester, where I don't know, it's just there's so many random aches and pains that I think it's just hard to keep track of. And then towards the end, you think everything's a sign of labor. And I'm slowly going into that, which is exciting. It means we're getting closer to baby. Snack-wise, I was trying to think, like, what have I craved this pregnancy? With each of my kids, I've had something different. With my first son, Nathan, I craved, they were called BLT Lay's potato chips. I don't even think they make them anymore. And I was like on a kick. I ate so many of those. I ate like several bags myself. And everyone else was like, those were so gross. But some reason I loved those when I was pregnant. And with my son Oliver, so my second son, I loved the Wendy's, I think it's apple chicken pecan salad or something. I went like on a kick. I was eating them, I wanted them so much that I just learned how to make them at home, found the dressing they use at the store, and just made my own salads all the time. Because that was like how much I wanted to eat that. And so I guess at least it was a good thing to crave, and it wasn't like something horrible for you. And then with my daughter Tiffany, I didn't actually really crave anything, which was one of the things that made me think it was a girl, because I had classic cravings with my boys, and I did not crave anything. I was like, if this is not a girl, I'm like, I am going to just be confused by my pregnancy. And sure enough, it was a girl. And the only thing I craved was ice, which actually isn't always a good sign, because I think what I read online, a lot of people say if you crave ice, tends to be that your iron is low. And yes, my iron was low with her. And so other than ice, I really didn't crave much. I mean, I ate the typical things I like to eat, but I didn't have something where you have that feeling that's like, you gotta have it. So yeah, it was pretty much just ice with her. And so with this little guy, I was trying to sit and think, what have I craved? I think in the beginning I craved salsa, but then when the morning sickness kicked in, that sounded horrible. I think the one thing I've craved a bit more is like candy. Like not chocolates and pastries, but like gummies and licorice and like sugary things, which is not good for you. But I think that's the one thing that stood out this pregnancy, is really wanting things like licorice and stuff. Definitely something that has helped me a lot of having in my diaper bag are these Cliff Bars. I just get the chocolate chip one. These are actually really nice to just toss in my diaper bag because I tend to forget that I get hungry more often when I'm pregnant. And these are great to have when all of a sudden I'm in the car and I'm like, I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat. I just grab one of these out. Another thing that has definitely been prevalent this week, and I finally went out and bought it, Tums. I finally went and got my containers of Tums because the pregnancy heartburn has kicked in. Speaking of which, I will eat one right now because I'm having heartburn. And the smoothie flavor is really good. My husband got me like a bunch of different types of Tums to try. Symptom-wise for me, other than like the heartburn, which I mentioned with the Tums, and feeling a lot more movement with him, I think just definitely like a pickup in like the Braxton Hicks and things, and like the little bit of back pain. I had a little bit of the sciatic pain that was starting to show up. I was like, oh, I remember that. And like that pain where it just shoots up and it hurts. So that's definitely started to show up, which it's pretty typical. I'm only 2 weeks away from my 3rd trimester, which is crazy. And so all those aches and pains usually just kind of come with the 3rd trimester. I checked my weight and I have gained about 22 pounds, I think, so far this pregnancy, which is typical for me, I guess. And so just I'm steadily putting on the pounds. I've been trying, me and my husband have been trying to find ways to eat healthier and eat better, but stay within our budget. I'm hoping to make a video in the next week or two of how me and my husband, we do our budget. We budget about $250 a month for groceries, and that's for me and my husband, our 3 children, and the crazy pregnant lady who eats a lot, and for like my husband's lunches. And we do a weekly potluck meal at our church, and so the $250 incorporates all of that. And so some people are like, how can you only spend that much? But it is possible. I mean, it's really just what you have, you learn to work with. And so we've been trying to figure out some ways to incorporate in just eating healthier without breaking that budget completely. And so if you have any ideas in the comments down below, I'd love to hear any ideas of just great things to do to help eat better, trying to eat better being pregnant, my husband trying to eat healthier, and trying to incorporate more fruits and vegetables, especially as the warm weather is now here and they tend to go into season and they're cheaper. Just trying to incorporate that all without spending crazy amounts of money. It's been a goal of ours, trying to figure out, I'm just trying to eat healthier. I've been trying to get out and walk more. I'm actually going to go on a walk with my kids after this, once my little daughter Tiffany wakes up from her nap, and just enjoy this weather. It's such a blessing to have warm weather, because we know in Maine it does not last long. And so while it's here, we enjoy it. Upcoming appointments. My 2 upcoming appointments are my 29-week appointment with my midwives, and that will be like my glucose test, my blood work, and all that fun stuff. And so that's my next coming appointment. And then I also have my 3rd 2-week ultrasound in the beginning of July, which is to check on baby and to check on the, I think they're pronounced placental cysts. I had them with my son Oliver and they ended up being fine, but they always want to do a routine ultrasound to make sure they haven't grown, because if they grow, that's where the issue comes in. We're just going to be having an ultrasound to make sure he's doing good and make sure everything looks good with the placenta. Other than that, I don't really have any appointments coming up. We're just getting excited as June is coming up, and I will be in like the 3-month countdown. It will mean in less than 3 months our little boy will be here. Unless he comes really late. Thanks again for stopping by for me and baby's 26-week update. I'm excited as the weeks progress and we're getting closer to baby boy being born. And so thanks again for stopping by.